And I will know if for you the accent is really important when someone is learning a new language.
Accent. I can't see you, by the way. The video's turned off, but it's okay if you need
Ah,
to.
mm,
If you need it off, that's fine.
now?
But the accent. No. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Now I can. Now I
Yeah,
can.
okay.
Yeah, it's good now. Yeah. So the accent. Whether. So what was the question? Whether the accent is important when someone is first learning a language? Is that the question?
No, when someone is trying to learn a new language, for example, there
Hmm.
are a lot of people worry about the accent because
Hmm.
sometimes they sound like their native countries or something. And
Yeah.
for me, or I want to know if do you think that the accent is important when you try to communicate with native people, for example?
Mm, I don't think accent is so important. You know. Um. Obviously, when it comes to language, the most important thing is getting yourself understood, making sure that you're able to convey your message, convey what you want to convey, clearly or concisely, however you intend to. Basically, you put it across how you intend to put it across. So I don't think it's the most important thing. I think accents are nice as well. For example, people have their accents from their native country, their English accent from their native country, and it sounds good. Like a lot of the time, it sounds good. French accents are nice. Spanish accents are nice. I think most accents, they're good. They have their own flavor. People appreciate them. Native speakers from, from the UK or from America, I think they like accents. I think they like to hear accents on people. Um, people, enjoy them, and sometimes it can just be like a personality thing as well, like becomes part of your personality. But I understand, sometimes people want to have like a perfect English accent or a perfect American accent. I get that, but that's probably more important for someone who is, maybe at that like high C1 level or something like that, and they want to just perfect
Mhm.
the language. But I don't think it's the most important thing. What do you think? What's your opinion?
For me, it's important because for me, the most important is when people are able to communicate clearly. It's like,
Yeah,
for me, if you don't have any accent, it's totally irrelevant. And I prefer or I like when people is able to are able to communicate
yeah,
because sometimes people get obsessed with the accent and
yeah,
they think that if they don't have the accent they are gonna sound like it's because they don't know or they yeah because people don't like the sounds or people it's gonna say oh maybe you don't know enough English or Spanish or something
mm,
or people is gonna laugh about them
yeah,
and in reality for me the accent is irrelevant you
yeah.
know.
I agree. I agree. There are a lot of professors, high level professors and intellectuals, who have learned English. English is their second language, and they speak it very well. A lot of advanced vocabulary, but they have an accent, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect um, comprehension. It doesn't, make anyone think less or more of them. It's just, accents are just part and parcel of life. So yeah, not the most important thing. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, you're right. So what is your favorite accent in England, for example?
Favorite accent? Oh, in England. Um, in England. In England. I'm just gonna go for my accent. I'm just gonna go for my London, like Brit, like South England, Southeast, or a London accent. Um, that's what I prefer. Just because that's my accent. I like that. But I like to hear other accents as well. I like a Liverpool, like a Scouse accent, and that's always interesting. And Irish actually. So outside of England, UK, but Irish. So Irish accents are are always nice to listen to, and yeah, sound good. Generally sound good. What about you?
Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, in my case, Cuban accent. I love Cuban accent.
Cuban, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For me,
Nice.
it's really cute.
So is that Cuban accent when someone is speaking English, or Cuban accent when
It's
someone's speaking
Spanish.
Spanish?
It's
Spanish,
Spanish.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
They
nice,
speak
nice.
Spanish. They sounds really good, and for me, they use a lot of slangs, and they have some particular words. And for me, it's really cute. Sounds
Okay,
really
maybe
sounds adorable.
maybe the Cuban. So if they use a lot of slang, maybe the Cuban accent is like kind of similar to like an inner city London type of accent, for English. Maybe it's
Yeah,
kind of like similar, it's similar in that
maybe.
way. Yeah.
Could be. So tell me why people make a lot of jokes about Birmingham accent.
Birmingham. Do they make that many jokes about Birmingham accents? I don't know. Like, the Birmingham accent is not too strong, because obviously I'm from the south of England, very far south. So uh Birmingham is north of us, right? So sometimes I think Birmingham's like up north, but then when I speak to my friends from Birmingham, they
Uh-huh.
say we're not north. We're like central. We're like kind of like in the middle of England. And but yeah, to us down, like if you're far south, everything up there just seems like north. But their accent isn't as strong as like Manchester and or like Newcastle or something like that. So um yeah, I don't know. Birmingham accent's all right. It's okay. I would say like the Geordie accent is probably maybe people make more jokes about that than the Birmingham accent, I think. Yeah. But I quite
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, it's really, really interesting for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have you been to England though? Have you been to the UK?
no,
Okay. You
but
should though.
I never been in UK, but I
Yeah.
wish to do that.
Yeah, one day I'm sure you'll enjoy it, You can go around and check all the
Yeah,
different accents, go to different parts. That would be cool.
yeah, but for me the problem is the cost. It's really expensive.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
expensive, but also my ex-boyfriend is from London,
Oh really?
and yeah, and he told me that it's really, really expensive.
Oh, so he's from London, but you never went to London, so you just met him in what
Colombia.
part, what Colombia? You're in Colombia, right?
Yeah,
That's where
yeah.
that's where you're based, Colombia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, interesting.
We
Yeah.
met in Colombia, and he also is living here in
Oh,
Colombia.
okay. Nice.
Huh?
And
It,
and how's his Spanish? Perfect.
no, not perfect. Yeah, he's studying, but
Okay.
he's not fluent in
Okay.
Spanish.
Is he
hmm
is he like Colombian originally? Is he like native, like originally from Colombia?
But
Like like as in he's like is he Colombian, like of Colombian descent, but he was born and grew up in London?
yeah, he born in London, but he have living here for 5 years, I think, or
Okay.
6 years. Yeah,
Cool. Okay. Five,
yeah,
6 years. Nice. That's cool. That's cool.
yeah,
Nice.
it's interesting. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, how about another question for you?
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
go.
do you think the accent influence in the communication with native people in any aspect?
Communication with native people. Mm, not really. I mean, obviously there are some accents that are just more difficult to understand than others. Like if we're talking about English accents, then yeah, like this the Scouse accent is more difficult to understand, and that's if we're talking about English accents. And like up north, so like Geordie accents, Scottish accents, these types of accents, they're more difficult to understand. If we're talking about English spoken by people from other countries, international English accents, basically, um, I would say I don't have any trouble. I don't really have any trouble with any of the accents, to be honest. I don't have any trouble with any of the accents. Um, but I do like, I like recognizing them. I like, when I hear them, and then, I know, oh, this person's from that country, or this person's from that country. But no, it never sort of affects my ability to understand them. Um, I never think anything of it. There's no like judgment passed or anything like that. Just simply, I just think about where they're from. That's it. Like, I hear a Turkish accent, maybe someone speaking English, and I can recognize it's a Turkish person speaking to me. Um, it's nice, yeah. It's like it's just an indicator, just a sign of where they're from. And I ask them, "Are you from Turkey?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm from Turkey. How do you know?" It's like you can tell from my accent. Like, yeah. So, yeah, no problems though. No problems with accents for sure.
Okay. Okay, but for example, if do you consider that the accent of the person is really funny, you could take the person seriously during a conversation?
If the accent's really funny, I don't know. I haven't had, I haven't come across any like funny accents. To be honest, the only time it can be a little bit funny, right, is when someone is trying really, really hard to, to have like a British accent.
Uh-huh.
Um, maybe with low level English, so maybe they're like beginner, like maybe they're like A2 or something, and they're A2 level, and they're trying to speak with a British accent. So then it's a bit different, not funny, not like I want to laugh or something like that, but it's just a bit different. It's a little bit distracting sometimes. It's just a bit, you're trying to understand them, and then you just suddenly hear like a perfectly spoken word, and you're like, oh, you're a little bit confused. So that's the only thing it puts me off, but it doesn't, I don't laugh or anything like that. I don't find it funny. I just like, it's just a little strange. It's like, wow, it's a lot of effort, that's gone into the accent. Maybe if more effort went into the vocabulary, or yeah, then we would be able to have an easier discussion. But they put a lot of effort into the accent, so so we got a lot of accent, but not a lot of understanding. So that's when it's a little bit tricky, I'd say. But does it happen with you? Like, do you
Oh God.
sometimes like, yeah? Does it sometimes make like,
Yeah. For me, it's, I don't know, it's so funny when someone try to have, for example, a Paisa accent, okay?
mm,
The accent from people in Medellin, when they are trying to adopt a Paisa accent or Costeño accent or Rolo accent, we denominate Rolo or Paisa or Costeño
mm,
to people who is living in those parts of the country. And when someone tries to um, act and also speak like a paisa, for example, sounds
mm.
really fun.
Sounds strange, yeah.
For me, it's
Sounds a
really,
bit
really
strange.
weird. I don't know. It's really,
Uh, so you
I,
can tell when it's like not authentic, yeah. You can tell when somebody's like kind of like trying too hard. You can recognize it, yeah.
yeah, of course, but
Okay. Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand why people want to sounds, why people think that when you have the accent, the specific accent, you are going to sound like a native.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
confuse to learn any language with the accent, and they think that the accent is the most important if you want to sound if you want to be fluent in Spanish, for example, or in English.
Mm,
For me, it's not natural. It's like I don't know. You are putting a lot of effort in that,
yeah.
and and it's no mean that you are going to be fluent just because you have the accent or just because
Yeah.
you are able to pronounce a word with
Yeah.
the same sound or something.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I would love to have a British accent because I love British accent. And for that reason, I booked the class with you, but I don't obsess with the British accent. It's because I'm able to understand British accent more than American accent. For
Yeah.
me, American accent is quite difficult because they use a lot of contractions
Mm,
and they change the words and
mm,
for the not the words, the letters specifically. For example, that word letter, when you say letter, letter sounds really different. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't want to say letter because sounds really British accent or broda
Mm,
or buta or something like that
yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's British and I want to have a neutral accent and for me it's more
Yeah.
important.
Sounds good though. You got a good British accent, so it sounds nice when I hear it. It sounds nice to me. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. It's not yeah, it's better when it's just natural, right? It's better when it comes a bit naturally. Like for example, if you like an accent, if you like a British accent, you just try to speak to more people from Britain, and then you know you'll sort of pick it up naturally. It'll come naturally, and then you don't, and then someone, that person doesn't have to force it so much.
Mhm.
They don't have to try and force it and sound unnatural in the conversation. Yeah, it's interesting, man. Interesting.
Yeah, but for example, in your case, when you have class with someone else from a Latin country,
Mm.
they try to have the British accent during the class.
Mm, sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes they'll try. Yeah, sometimes they try. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It
What did you
happens.
say?
I just let them do their thing. If that's what they want, if that's what they want to do, I just let them do their thing, you know, I can, I don't know, I don't want to.
It's not the right time for
Yeah,
speaking.
sometimes, yeah, exactly. Sometimes not the right time to like tell them. And sometimes, you just want to encourage them. You just want them to feel like, yeah, this is going, it's going all right, it's going well. Because I mean, if that's what they want, then fair enough, if that's what they want. Because there are some benefits to, if you try to apply the accent from the very beginning, right? You sound strange at first. Yeah, you sound strange at first, but if you're able to stick it out and just be patient enough over the years to continuously do that, even though you'll sound a little bit annoying for about 2 years, but after that, once you get to a really good level, it will be good. It'll sound nice, you know. So I don't know, like I mean, I know I wouldn't want to do it. I'd rather just have a neutral accent until I get, competent with the language, and then I'll start trying to focus on, altering the accent bit by bit. But I think some people they just want to go full accent from day one. It's not my personal preference, but if that's what they want to do, I don't stop them. I don't stop them. I don't tell them. I don't tell them to stop it. I don't let them do their
Yeah.
thing. What about you? Do you just go, hey, no, stop? Do you do that? Is that what you do? Yeah.
I
You just go,
don't
no,
know.
no. You go, no, not my class, not my class. You stop. Is that what you do?
In other class, no here. Okay, no, no. In my case, I never have experienced that someone tried to sounds like no. I never had experience. And yeah, they have a neutral accent. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I want to have a Paisa accent or Rolo accent, but I say it's not necessary because in fact they have problems each other. For example, they don't like Paisa people or people from Medellin don't like people from Bogota because they act different. They have different personalities and for example, they say, oh, our city is better than yours and we have better customs than yours or our food is better and they have problems. And when you try, for example, when I arrived to Medellin, I noticed that a lot of people say, "Oh, you are from Bogota? Oh no, you are so bad." Yeah, oh no,
Why? Why do they say that?
yeah, because they don't like it. They don't like people from Bogota because for them, people from Bogota are so rude, or they are so impolite, or they are so bad people. They consider
Oh,
that,
really?
yeah, people from Bogota are bad people. And for me, it's like, okay, you couldn't generalize people because everyone is different.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you know someone with a bad attitude, but it's don't mean that all of people is the same. All people is the same.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah, they don't like how is the name? Rolo people. Okay.
So
They say
who are Rolo who are
Rolo.
Rolo
People
people?
from Bogota is called Rolo.
Oh, they're
Okay.
from okay. Oh, Bogota
Uh-huh.
people are Rolo people. Okay.
Rolos. And paisas, entonces Bogotá. And paisas, okay, people from
Rolos.
Medellin. Costeños, people from the Atlantic coast, for example, Cartagena, Santa Marta, okay.
Yeah.
Entonces, costa atlántica, Atlantic coast, costa atlántica. Yes, they have different nicknames, for example,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
And they don't like each other,
Costeños. Okay.
costeños. Uh-huh. Okay, but how is your Spanish?
Yeah. Oh, what? What did you say?
How is your Spanish?
How is my Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, not very good. Not very good. Not very good at all. No. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad.
Please don't use Paisa accent, okay?
Yeah.
Never do that. Or Rolo accent.
I'll make sure I don't. I'll make sure I don't. I'll try not to. So people, so you tell people you're from Bogota and they say, "Oh no," like they say that like in your
Yeah.
face, like they say that to your
Yeah.
face. Yeah. Are they joking? Or are they serious?
Yeah, they are serious.
They're
They are
serious?
say, oh no, yeah.
That's kind of crazy. What they just say like, "Oh no," like they just do
Yeah,
that.
yes. They don't care. They just say, oh no. Oh, people from Bogota is terrible. They are so rude. They have a really bad attitude. And they say, oh, but you are really different. You have a really good attitude. It's a miracle because people from
Yeah, it's a miracle. That's a good one.
yeah,
Wow.
they don't care.
So what do you say? You just say like you just try and tell them, hey, not everyone from Bogota is like
No, I
what
don't
you
say
think.
nothing because I don't have to demonstrate nothing. It's my
Yeah.
personality is totally different, and also my accent is neutral. I don't have Rolo accent or Paisa accent, and I don't care. People have their thoughts, and I have to respect them.
Yeah.
I don't care if
Yeah.
they want to spend time with me and they notice that I'm a different person. I like people from Bogota. I like people from Medellin. I don't have
Mm.
problem with anyone. If they have problem, it's their problem, not my problem.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah,
your job to go around like educating people anyway. So it's like you just let them so you
yeah,
just let them think what they want to think, right?
yeah. And also, people have a lot of stereotypes, especially about the color of skin. I have a lot of experience with my color of skin here. because they think that because you are black, you don't have, I don't know, money for pay anything, or they don't have the experience in any type of job, or
Mm.
your accent is really strong, or you smell different because people as
Smell different
yeah, people here have a lot of stereotype about black people.
in Colombia?
Yeah,
Is that bad?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
they have a lot of stereotype about black people, but I don't care. I study a lot. I have a good job. I have a good career. I try to overcome myself all the time. I'm trying to do different things because I want to grow up, and I don't care the people's opinion. For me, it's
that's good.
irrelevant.
Yeah,
Mhm.
100%, 100%. You're doing well. I mean, you're probably doing better than most, better than most. So yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. It's a shame that, there's these stereotypes and, there's racism in South America, because there's like such a mix of people in South America,
Yeah.
right? So it's unfortunate that there's like serious racism there as well. You would think it would be less, but yeah.
No,
But yeah, you're
it's
doing well
still
anyway. You're
exist.
doing well. You're winning anyway. You're winning in life, so it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, there are a lot of things happening in Colombia, but it's about that the way is it's about the way that you are seeing the situation. You are taking, if you take personally everything, you are going to suffer a lot. But yeah, I decide to be on the top, and all the time I working hard because I want to becoming a better person.
That's good. That's good. That's the
Yeah,
way. You're
yeah.
more positive, yeah. More positive than and optimistic than negative. Yeah,
Yes, it's true.
yeah.
I,
That's
I
good.
love that way. But yeah, it was really, really nice to see you as always.
Yeah, nice to see you as well. Very nice to see you
Okay.
too. And
Have,
yeah, just I hope we
have a
can
good
speak again
time.
in the future. Yeah, you too. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.